But welcome to this week's hiking club meeting talking about Iceland, which we are really excited to talk about Iceland.
They were all going to the drive-through
And I hear some noise in the background. If anyone has some noise going on in the background, if you could go ahead and mute yourselves, that's better. Okay. So welcome everybody. I want to give just a brief description of this because we have a couple people new to the program today. And basically what we do here, hey Evelyn, good to see your face. What we do in our hiking club meeting is we come back together after watching some of the videos that we've shared out, or we've done some of our own research about the new hiking location. And we've been going to countries across the ocean, across the Atlantic. We've been doing national parks here in the United States. And we have been all over the world. But today we get to go to a very special place, and we have a very special guest who has been there and can give us some of the inside scoop about Iceland. So I'd like to start off by hearing from you all with the videos that we did watch or the research you did to just tell me what your favorite part of the video was, what your favorite scene was. And if you didn't get a chance, no worries, we can skip over you. Does anyone want to start? Please raise your hand.
I hate to tell you that I didn't get to watch any of the videos.
Oh, that's okay, Brad. You just get to anticipate then everything we're going to talk about
By the way,
today.
can y'all see me now better now?
Yes.
Much better. That's great. So, Kendall, can we start with you? What was your favorite scene from the videos?
I think my favorite thing was seeing one of the clips of the video where it shows the lights, the northern lights crossing it. It was so pretty. It was so awesome.
That is very pretty. Yes, wonderful. Philip, what about you? What's your favorite part of the video?
I saw the town of Icelandic City.
The city, Icelandic City.
Yeah.
Reykjavik, yeah. I'm
Reykjavik.
probably not saying it right.
Reykjavik.
Reykjavik. Thank you.
It's good, Philip.
Thank you. Anyone else want to share? Thank you, Philip. Anyone else want to share their favorite thing?
Oh, yeah.
Adrian, you got something? I'm going to unmute you.
Yes, I'm fine.
I did not watch the video, but I was wondering if I wanted to go back and watch it, where could I find it?
So I was emailing with your mom just before this session, and I sent her all the links. So I'll be sure that you can go back and watch the videos. They were pretty cool,
Okay.
and take about 25 minutes to watch total.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
There's
You're welcome.
Josh.
And Adrian, I'll tell everybody a little sneak peek for today's session that we are going to go through some pictures from our special guest that she took in person of special places around Iceland. And we'll do a little screen sharing so you can see the bigger picture of Iceland.
Hey, Miss Michelle, check out my fingers. Look at this.
You've been creative, Kendall.
Yeah, my mom did this.
Oh, that's
My mom
awesome.
did really well, actually. She
That's
did
awesome.
really well.
Does anyone else want to share something that stood out to them from the videos?
I like skateboard.
What was that, Seth?
I like skateboard.
Oh, the skateboarding scene?
Oh, yeah.
When you were skateboarding down that long road? Mm-hmm.
Hey everyone.
Hey, Josh.
Hey, Josh.
Hey, Josh.
How's
Hey,
it going?
Josh.
Josh.
Welcome. Emily, you mentioned you did some research. Do you want to share one fun fact that you researched about Iceland?
Come on, spit it out.
Oh,
So
Emily, go ahead, Elaine.
Oh, I was just going to say, Emily piped in the chat and she said there are over 130 volcanoes in Iceland.
Oh,
Whoa.
So that's pretty cool.
Wow.
That's a lot of volcanoes.
and look at you.
We saw the whole.
Well, there
The
was
whole
something
thing
that
froze up.
there was something really cool in the videos, and if you saw them, and the guy had words at the bottom of the screen. And this is what it was.
Mm-hmm.
This is the name of the tallest volcano, and you pronounce that Ayafatlayokula.
What's that means?
Wow.
And the top is in the language of Icelandic. And it's the name of a volcano.
Wow.
Say it 3 times fast.
Well, that's cool.
It's a long time to sound that one out, I'll tell you.
Anybody want to give a try to pronouncing the name?
All right, hold on, I gotta get closer because how you say it is in red.
Oh.
Tyrese does.
Go ahead, Tyrese.
Ayakula.
This is Isla something. I don't know what it was.
You off to a great start, Tyrese.
Tyrese, good try.
Adrian wants to try. I'm going to unmute you, Adrian.
Yeah, you know, just on you.
Okay, go ahead.
We froze up again.
Trying to look at the screen with the shirt on it.
I'm trying to get closer.
Trying to figure out.
I won that.
You know how I can like.
Hey, Miss Michelle, you know what I forgot to do just now?
Okay.
My algae pelt. Forgot to do my algae pelt today. I almost forgot to do that.
I love yo kuto. Oh God, no. Okay,
Very
yeah.
good. That's really a great chant, a really great thing. Well, can I tell you something, a fun fact about this?
Sure.
That's good.
Years ago, this volcano erupted, right?
What?
It erupted.
Wow.
And it was so huge
That's cool.
that it covered the skies all the way into Europe. And all of the reporters were trying to say the name of the volcano and they couldn't. One on TV was going, I have no idea. I mean, it was so funny. I remember when the volcano, because it stranded people in Europe and in Iceland for like 2 weeks. They couldn't go anywhere. Wow. So, and it was all because of this. And if you notice, it says it's easy to pronounce, right?
Yep.
And when they pronounce it there, it's not how I pronounce it. Ayafatla lo kutla. There, it's like ayafatla, like. So it's pretty funny. So, can anybody guess who here might have visited Iceland? Who do you think?
I don't know.
Visited Iceland. Does anyone have anything that shows that they might have visited Iceland?
Yeah, that's what I was starting to say, Rachel.
Am I?
Nope.
Oh,
No.
So without further ado, I would like to introduce our special guests, Rachel and Philip. And welcome. We are going to share my screen so that you can see some of the pictures that Rachel took when she visited, and she's going to talk through her experience and what the pictures mean.
Yep.
So
guess what?
if you go to, you have the option of speaker view or gallery view, but you will want to choose
Is it active
speaker view to see my screen. I think that's the way it is.
Up there on the top, right up there.
Yep, it should be at the top of your screen. All right, so I'm sharing now. Are you seeing my screen?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, before we show Rachel's pictures, I want us to get an idea of where Iceland is in relation to us. So you can see on this map, here's us in Chattanooga. Iceland is up here.
All the way up there.
Yep.
All the way up here.
Okay.
Yep. It's its own network of islands. And Iceland is a country. Not to be confused with Greenland, which I'm sure we'll get into this some
Hey,
more
Miss
about.
Michelle, we're missing one person from this Zoom chat. Justin.
Well, hopefully they'll join us
Justin.
later.
I hope Justin shows up because I really want Justin.
I hope so. He can watch it later too.
This
if he's not
meeting
able to
keeps
join us.
freezing up.
Or maybe not.
So we will get into this a little more later of why Iceland is called Iceland when it's so green, and Greenland is called Greenland when it's so icy. Kind of an interesting thing. So anyway, let's jump into these pictures, Rachel.
So there are a lot of different things. There are a lot of different rocks and things, and they have little geysers. Do you see in the back where you see like a puddle of water?
Yeah.
That is actually boiling water. You can see the steam coming up. You can go to the next. And you can see that these are small geysers. We in the United States have one really, really big. Does anyone know what that's called?
Old Faithful.
Yes.
Nice job.
Yes. Yes, it is called Old Faithful, but this has geysers in a certain part of Iceland, and unfortunately, you can just walk right up to them. There's like a tiny little rope, but there's some areas that are not roped either. So you have to be very, very careful in Iceland.
Sometimes it's very get hot.
It's very hot. It can be very hot.
So I have a question about a geyser.
Yeah.
What is it?
Ask away.
Ask away.
What is, like, is that hot water or cold water, or what's coming out of there?
So that is.
That's a good question.
So
that's a good question.
Actually, it was a good question to you.
It was. Does anyone know if that would be hot or cold?
Yeah.
Probably hot water.
Probably hot.
Really hot water.
Really hot, like boiling hot, like it could really hurt you if you tried to
Like
touch.
water.
I gotta use the bathroom. I'll be back.
Wait, what?
It was so wet.
Yeah.
It can make me warm as toast.
Hey, Miss Rachel, I got a question for you.
Yes.
Ask away.
What made you go visit Iceland? Was it something that you wanted to do?
Good question.
Yeah, that's
It was a bucket list, which means it was something that I had wanted to do.
Okay.
And my partner really wanted to do. And what we did was we rented a car and we did it by ourselves.
Hey, Rachel.
Yeah.
I have a question as well. I had to say,
Ask away.
how high can gush of water go from?
Geysers can go like 50 feet, 100 feet, but these were little.
God. That's tall. That is really tall.
Yeah. And it's the pressure that's coming up, kind of like a volcano, right? It's the pressure of that water. It's coming up and it's spitting out. And it's releasing the pressure from the mountain.
It actually looks really, really cool right here. Whoa.
It is.
Yeah, I'll just interrupt real quick to say, welcome, Cecil. Good to see you.
Hey, what's going on?
Glad
Hey,
you could join
buddy.
us today. Cecil, our special guest, Miss Rachel and Mr. Phillip, they are explaining these pictures that were sent in from them from a visit over there. So we're getting the inside scoop of Iceland.
Cool.
Cecil? Hey, Cecil. So one of the things there is waterfalls. There are so many waterfalls everywhere you look.
Whoa.
Because it's mountainous and there are volcanoes, right? So you know those geysers that was pushing the water up? Well, they're going to be coming out of the mountain as well. So the water comes in through the volcanoes and the water's coming out.
Nice.
Do you know how high it was?
Oh my gosh.
You know how high it
Miss
was?
Michelle, look how high this mountain is. Whoa.
So this is a picture of the moss. And the moss grows all over. One of the things that's really important, I know when we're hiking, we want to make sure to stay on the path. It's the same here. Because if you notice the white things, birds live all throughout the mountains. And you don't want to disrupt their or interfere with their habitat. So it's a
Because their
really
nests and stuff,
pretty,
like
cool
nests
place.
and like their
Yeah, you
nests, like
see.
bald eagles have nests and stuff.
So we're talking about volcanoes, right?
Yes.
So there's a lot of lava. Does anybody know what lava is?
You know how
Hey,
hot
Yeah, I think
Yes,
so.
what's lava?
Well, it's hot rocks with molten lava in it.
That's right. It's hot.
exactly.
It's hot rock. It's kind of like when you have a chocolate molten lava cake, right?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
open it up and the lava comes out. Well, if you look at these, this is actually lava.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
It
What
looks
in
like
the world?
cement, doesn't it?
Yeah, it totally does.
It looks like cement, like
And
someone
he's
built.
totally standing on it.
Right. So
That
it's
was mine.
the
That's-
lava that came in and then it contracted, it like went in and then out, and it made these like cylinders. It looks like tubes, right?
and my good friend slash stepdad Michael Beefers.
Yes.
There's it.
So where I was standing, where Michael was standing, was that before you could see the little tubes. Now look at the rock here. Do you see how
Whoa.
that's
Yeah.
part of those tubes? That's the lava. All of that rock there is lava.
What?
Wow.
Lava.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Whoa.
That's right.
That was
Josh, are you seeing this?
Mm-hmm.
And
Behold, a lava rock.
so if you want to see lava,
Hello.
this is actually a piece of lava. That's actually a lava rock that I brought back from Iceland. And you
Whoa.
can see some of the stripes in it, like you would see there.
And I'd like to know if everyone could see Rachel's screen when she was showing that. Did it come up?
Yes.
Only Rachel's showing. Only
Perfect.
Rachel Salmon is showing.
Okay. Okay.
Wow.
Oh,
Rachel, did you want to
Big.
show us anything else right now, or should I go back to the pictures?
No, keep going, keep going, keep going.
Okay.
whoa.
That's
Now
still the
this-
same thing. That's just to show you how big it was.
This,
Can you still see me, guys? Just
Yep.
make sure that you can still
Yep.
see me.
this,
You can
I'm
go
making
put
sure.
So that was.
this how high.
Huh?
Whoa.
Oh, and now we're getting into some more about what this
Whoa.
stuff is. What is this black stuff, Rachel?
Well, that is from the Black Beach.
Whoa. That was
Black
And
Beach. Wow.
on the Black Beach, you know, if you've ever been to a beach, you see different colored rocks. And on the Black Beach, you see
Black rocks.
black rocks. So I have
Itching.
a
Whoa.
handful of black rocks that I
That is so
also
cool.
brought from Iceland.
That is incredible.
I'll see a hole pulled in here.
That is just
And
incredible.
pretty cool. And
That's really cool, Rachel.
now
That is
look
really
at
cool.
this picture here. Do you see?
Whoa.
That's the water, and that's the black sand.
Whoa.
And that was really cold.
It was pretty cold, and I do
Ooh.
have some black sand.
Don't touch the wire because it might be cold. So.
This is all black sand.
Whoa. Whoa. I have never seen black sand before. That
I
is-
had never
that-
seen it before either. Now, you want to know something funny about this picture?
What?
What time of day do you think this was?
Probably nighttime, towards night.
What time?
Like,
Like before dinner, after dinner,
probably after dinner. Probably right
After.
around after dinner.
after dinner?
Yeah.
Anybody want to give me a guess of a time?
1 o'clock.
9.
9 or 10 in the evening.
Okay. Well, I want you to look at the sky. You see how bright the sky is?
Gosh, your cat's just being silly.
So most of the time, I would think when I see a bright sky that it was early. But this was at midnight.
Wow.
Oh.
That was at midnight.
Whoa.
Oh, way.
Yeah, way.
No way.
It did not get dark.
So,
It
Rachel,
did not get
what
dark.
time? I have a question for you. What time of the year were you here in Iceland visiting?
I was there in June.
Whoa.
So just like we saw in our map quest, how this shows us the distance, you're way up north. And so similar to being in Alaska, that's like the same level there. And so in the summer, you hardly see dark at all. And in the winter, it's dark for a long period of time, isn't it?
Exactly. In the winter, I think they said they can have 2 to 3 hours of daylight every day. That's it. Just a few hours.
Let me ask you this too. We mentioned the Northern Lights. Do you think we see those in the summer or in the winter in Iceland?
Probably in the winter.
Why?
Because then you would be able to see them.
I don't know. Maybe because it's a little colder. And it
Adrian, what did you say?
When it's dark, see, you said that in the summer, like this was taken at midnight. It would be very hard to see the northern lights.
I'm just
But
guessing.
during
I
the
don't
winter,
know.
when it's
I was just
darker, you could
thinking.
see them very distinctively.
Yes. Very good.
Nice, Adrian.
Guys. But that is during the day.
Whoa.
These are just some more rocks. This is lava.
The lava rocks are huge.
They're huge.
Humongous.
And
this is a little church, but I wanted to show you this because in old times, this is how the houses were all built. They would take grass and cover the roofs.
Yeah,
to make sure that it stayed warm. It was like insulation.
It's a
Well, that makes sense. You've been in a cold place like that.
I'm sorry?
That would make sense. You being in a really cold place like that.
Yes.
Whoa.
What about this one, Rachel?
That, my friend, is a mountain.
Yes. They're mountains, they're lava, they're, it's just, this is what you see a lot of. And it's absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, and it is actually really pretty.
And just think of all that snow in the summer.
What in the world?
Snow in the,
in the summer.
Yep.
Wow. What about this?
Oh,
and
man.
It's a crystal. That there is a crystal. You know, like a water or something.
It is. And
It's
this
frozen
is
water, actually.
It's Diamond Beach.
It's called Diamond Beach.
So this,
Josh, I love your cat.
The ice.
I love that cat.
Looks like diamonds, but you can pick up big pieces like this, and it's ice. But doesn't that look like a diamond?
Yeah.
Doesn't look like a diamond to you. Doesn't look like a diamond to you.
Yep.
Yeah,
Like
that's
a diamond
pretty.
to you guys.
This is part of Glacier Lagoon.
Whoa.
It's called Glacier Lagoon.
And when the pieces of the glaciers
It's super weird.
fall off, it's called calving, and they break off. And when they break off, it's like a huge, like bigger than a car. And it goes, and it like smashes into the water. It's really loud, but it's really awesome.
And they're called icebergs.
Yes. If you look behind here, this is all a glacier. That black part is actually ice. But it's lava underneath it. So the lava colored it black, but that's all part of a glacier.
Wow.
Wow.
And that looks like a diamond.
It does look like diamond.
Nice.
I've been to Alaska.
Take us to our next.
Now this one, it's
Now,
a boat.
This is one that was very interesting. We went hiking on our own. And we didn't have any tour guides. And we just so happened to find a boat. And we got in the boat. And if you see, there's a string tied on the boat. And we took the string and we pulled on it when we got in the boat. And it brought us right to the glacier.
Wow.
Mm.
And we were very.
All that black is actually the glacier.
Wow.
Dang.
Crazy, huh? But I have to tell you something. It wasn't very smart of me to do.
Why not?
We didn't have the right shoes or the right equipment.
Oh.
And Mike kept saying, it's not safe. We don't know whose boat this is. I said, it's a boat. Nobody's around. Let's try it out. So we've gotten this boat. We got to the glacier, and I fell.
Uh-oh.
And I cracked my ribs.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Then I came to the rescue.
Well, not this time.
But then I called.
And you know what? There was no hospital, and there was no doctor. And they said, people get ribs all the time. You'll be fine.
Poor Rachel. Poor Rachel.
Dang.
But I have to tell you that little boat trip was pretty exciting because that water got really rough.
Yeah, that's quite an adventure.
It was
fun.
Before we move on from the glaciers, I'm going to stop my sharing for just a minute so we can see everybody's face again and ask you all, this is one of our Jeopardy questions. If you think you know the answer, please raise your hand. What % of Iceland is covered in glaciers? Tyrese, what's your guess?
I think it's gonna be let me read and see. It says Iceland has 30 ancient volcanoes.
Volcanoes. What about glaciers? Adrian, you got a guess? What percentage is covered by glaciers?
I'd say about 80%.
80%, Adrian's guess. Anyone else want to guess?
50%.
Brad, what you got?
50%.
50%. Julie, you're muted. Just a second here. Can you unmute yourself, Julie?
90.
There you go, Julie. What do you think?
You hear me?
Yes.
I think it might be 100.
100% glacier. Anybody else
Yeah.
like to guess? Philip.
100.
We've got several people thinking this whole thing is just one big glacier. Well, the answer is 11%.
Josh is still raising his hand. So.
Oh, sorry, Josh, I missed your hand.
Come on, Josh.
Well,
Fine.
you know, now we can say Josh probably is going to guess 11%. That is how much of Iceland is covered by glaciers, just 11%, but that's still a pretty big portion of the country covered by glaciers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey,
So going back to our screen share.
talking about glaciers, let me tell you something.
Yes.
What is it, Julie?
I said, talking about glaciers, me and my family went to Alaska, and you can hear this ice going down into the water.
Yes.
It's loud, isn't it?
Yes,
Whoa.
it is, but it was really pretty though.
Yeah.
Hey, Rachel. What I'm looking at right now is like the white rocks. They went from the black to white.
Yes.
Like it starts to go to white rocks.
So the snow is still covering the top part of the glaciers. But you've heard of black ice when people are driving. So this was it's all ice. So lava is black, and that's just ice down there. It's not going to be snowy as it comes down. It's just going to be pure ice.
What?
And if you look on this side, it's just kind of muddy.
Ew.
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah, I know. Disgusting, right?
Yeah. Ugh.
So what about this guy, Rachel? What kind of animal is this?
Animal. It's a goat.
I think it's the llama.
A goat.
Are there a lot of goats in Iceland?
A ton of goats and sheep.
A ton of goats and
Some
a sheep.
sheep.
A ton of goats and sheep. And I like that goat, and I thought it would be a cute picture.
It is a cute picture. What about
Whoa.
this picture? What
Hey, there's you, Rachel.
Okay,
Wow,
so
that-
that's
An ostrich egg.
That's you,
what does
Rachel.
it look like?
That's
An
you.
ostrich.
It looks like an ostrich egg to you. Hold on. It looks like an
No.
egg, right?
On top of, before the egg. Look who's standing beside it. That's Rachel. Right there.
You're right. If you look down the line, there are a whole bunch of eggs. There are
Whoa.
actually 36 eggs.
What?
And an artist came and made these giant marble eggs because in that cove, in that part of Iceland, 36 different species of birds
It's
live.
like, I mean,
What?
Whoa.
Wow,
Oh.
baby.
So
Whoa.
one egg for each kind of bird.
36.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
36.
Do
Wow.
You know who's missing on this hiking trail thing? Annie. My friend Annie.
do all 36 species of those birds still exist?
Yep. Do they what? Do they nest there?
They have
Do they all
Yes.
still like exist there?
Yes, they do.
they
Okay.
have candy here.
We don't always see them. You know, some of them are on different areas, but they come in and out of that area. Yes, they still
They have
exist.
candy around here.
This is so cool.
So, Rachel, explain this picture to us.
Well, one of the things when you go to another country, sometimes you want to bring something to give to someone. And I wanted to give things to children because I love giving things to children. So I brought a whole bunch. I think it was like 300 bars, literally 300 bars of Hershey's Kisses. Hershey's
Wow.
candy bars.
That's a
We
lot of
stopped
Oh my
kisses.
gosh.
Wow.
tiny little
Oh my gosh.
store, and
Oh
we
my
found
gosh.
out that there were 100 adults that lived in this little tiny village, but
What?
300 children.
Wow.
Whoa.
So this was one of the girls that was there at the shop. I think her mom owned the shop. And so we took a picture of her.
And she's holding chocolate.
Well, that's the chocolate we brought from Chattanooga, the Hershey's
Whoa.
chocolate.
And
Nice.
they have a exotic candy.
And I brought Philip back some exotic candy too.
Nice.
Nice. I bet Philip very happy about that.
Oh yeah. These are just more
That's pretty.
waterfalls.
Whoa, there you are again, Miss Rachel. There
Yep,
you are.
waterfalls, waterfalls,
Look,
waterfalls.
if you between you
This
and
is
the
very
waterfall.
interesting.
What?
Have
It's
you
ice
ever
cream.
heard of licorice flavored ice cream?
Ew.
No, I have not.
Oh.
Black licorice flavored ice cream.
That is
Yo,
so
mate.
gross.
Yeah, weird.
You can go on.
Black licorice ice cream. Yep, it's a flavor that have chocolate.
Okay, you can keep going.
Okay.
These are just more
That's better.
goats and sheep. You can see the little sheep right there.
That's one's called a lamb.
Aw, they're so
Yep,
cute.
old lamb.
They were so
Aw,
cute.
they're so cute. So cute.
See the mountains,
Those
the
mountains.
volcanoes.
Whoa.
Nice, nice.
There she's better.
Ooh, what about
Whoa.
this?
Now that
Is that a
one
whale?
is a horseback
That's the tail
whale.
of a whale.
So that is a
Oh,
tail of a
whale.
whale. We decided to take a boat ride, but a bigger boat ride, and we got to see a whale.
Whoa.
Very cool.
Did you know how big whales can come in different colors?
So this is something very interesting. They found this only about 30 years ago,
Whoa.
and it's an ice cave.
What?
An ice cave. So we climbed down this narrow little ladder. It went down a few flights, and we went inside.
Mm-hmm.
Go to the next one. And
Whoa.
these are, if you go into like Raccoon Mountain, you see like the rock formations that come from the bottom. Do you remember what they're called?
Stelter.
No. Does anybody know what the rock formations are that
Stealth.
grow from the bottom up in a cave?
Nice.
Maybe Josh?
I don't know.
Tight.
Caverns.
Stalagmites and stalactites. If they come from the top, they're called stalactites. And if they come from the bottom, they're stalagmites. You see these little
Yeah.
ones right there? Those little ones take about 300 years to form.
Wow.
Wow.
What?
300 years for the little ones to form.
Yep.
So Rachel, guess what my dad ordered?
What?
What?
My dad ordered this cool laptop cam. That way we can play games with my grandparents while we're not even there. So, amazing.
Very cool.
Oh, we can see them and they can see us when we're playing.
You can go faster. These are just some, you can see how big they are. That's the stalagmites.
Wow, those are huge.
Wow, that's huge.
So this, to get there, we had to walk on this lava.
What?
Really?
Was the lava hot?
No. The lava was kind of like this.
Whoa.
And this is actually a coaster. And you can see if you can read that. Can you read that?
A little bit.
Let's see.
Little bit. Not much.
Yeah.
I can't really. It was blurry.
It says Icelandic lava.
What?
And so I use it to put my drink on.
Oh. Nice.
To use it.
Oh, wait a minute. I forgot something about the whale. We happened to find something.
We have.
What is it, Rachel? Whoa, what is that thing?
It's called a whale bone.
This is the rib of a whale. I'm going to see if I can stand back here
Ew.
and show you how big it is.
How would you have a rib of a whale?
Whoa.
It's
That
called
thing is
See how big
huge.
that is?
It's called a
That
whale
is
bone.
pretty long.
Yeah, whale bone.
Whoa.
Oh.
Crazy, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy, Rachel.
And this
Your
is also
explanation is pretty awesome.
pretty
Yeah,
awesome,
it
right?
is.
Yeah.
This
This
was
is
also
awesome.
made from a whale
Your
bone.
pictures are just amazing.
Thank you.
And this.
This is an Icelandic symbols that
Whoa.
mean good health
And my name on it.
and good
And my-
life.
And my name on it. And my name on the symbol is a letter P.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, Philip.
Oh, and these two, I just love these guys.
The
Yeah, they're
shaggy
so
goat.
cute. They are cute.
The shaggy goat.
Yeah, they are. And fluffy.
They were.
Well,
you know what? One of the things that they're
Poofy.
very famous for in Iceland
They're
is
poofy.
their wool.
Yeah.
Because their wool is poofy.
This
Poofy.
is an Icelandic wool sweater.
What?
They're poop.
Yep, this
Mom's
is made from
very
the,
good.
the wool of those animals.
Whoa.
Nice.
And guess what?
But those guys are very puffy.
And guess what? They have
What's up?
lobster soup.
They do. You can keep going. We met some people. Oh, there's some of the whale bones there as well.
Wow.
Whoa.
You can keep going.
My goodness.
Oh,
Oh, UTC.
UTC.
Hey, that's UTC. That's where.
That's UTC. We saw a container that said UTC.
Yeah.
I thought, what's up with that in Iceland?
Oh,
What
very
are they doing there in Iceland?
That's the same one.
They're weird. They're weird.
My hometown.
Pretty strange. And these are the last ones right here.
Oh, there's you, Rachel. I just saw you again. That picture.
So this is a very, very, very famous church
Whoa.
in Iceland.
Look how tall that thing is.
It's huge. It's huge.
Yeah.
And I just thought it's the
Seriously.
most unique design of a church that I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
It
And
looks
it's really
like
cool.
a stalagmite.
Ah, yes.
Ding, 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 ding. You are correct, Missy. And this is a blanket.
And this is like an honor to the sun, and it's in the shape of like a ship, and it goes and it's facing north to south.
Whoa.
But it's
That was cool.
an Icelandic artist that created that, and it's pretty amazing to see it. And by the way, this was about 1 o'clock in the morning.
Wow.
Wow.
That we took that picture.
Let me see if I can pop something on my Chromebook about Iceland.
Rachel, is this sweater the same sweater that you're wearing today?
Yes.
Oh, look at
Wow.
that.
It is.
So even though you went in summer in June, was it still kind of cold sometimes?
Oh yes. Oh yes. You still, if you notice, I have a coat under that, and I have gloves, and I have a
Oh my
scarf
goodness.
on.
And this.
So it was quite cold.
Yes.
And this.
And this is in Reykjavik.
Which, fun fact for you all, Reykjavik has at least 60% of the entire population of Iceland live in Reykjavik.
And all of Iceland has about the same population as like the Chattanooga area, like Chattanooga and like East Brainerd and maybe Signal Mountain, but the whole population of Chattanooga is about 200,000. The whole population of Iceland is about 300,000.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
And this
Hey guys,
is a
hey, Miss
waterfall.
Michelle. Hey Rachel, check this out. I don't know if you can't see this, but there's a picture of the Iceland area. That's the mountain where the lights are.
Oh,
Very
that's
cool. You can keep researching that. That would be awesome.
You can keep researching, guys.
Oh, is this our
And
last
this
picture?
is a shaggy horse.
They're
What is
horses.
special about this horse?
Well, they're miniature horses, so they're smaller, and they have the most beautiful mane, the hair, right? The mane, and they're shorter and they're stout, so they can withstand the weather and really rough conditions.
Hey Rachel, one of the things that here that is there's actually in Iceland there's a beautiful Nordic realm of fire and ice on an Iceland nature adventure.
Yes. It's called, Iceland is called the country or the land of fire and ice.
That's pretty cool.
Land,
That picture is gorgeous.
fire,
But look how pretty the
wall of
sky
fire,
is. Like,
ice.
no, it's the sky, but it's very pretty.
Very cool.
We are, Rachel, I'll tell you, we just got a comment in the chat from Miss Emily who says she really likes your pictures.
Well, thank
I
you.
like it too.
Yeah, Kylie
Thank you,
says those were some amazing pictures, and we are super lucky to have you here to explain them all to us.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank
I'm
you.
really
Thank you
glad
very
that
much.
we were able to share some of the things. I even brought back Icelandic money.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Which
One thing real quick about Icelandic money is every single coin has what on it?
A
A
fish.
little fish.
A fish.
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 It
Yeah,
has
right.
some kind of fish.
Guys, check this out. There's more of that.
Crab.
Look at this. Look at this picture right here, guys.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's all my artifacts. I think we're done. We went over time. I'm sorry.
Bravo, Rachel, bravo.
Miss Michelle.
Yay.
There's one more.
Hey everyone, since Rachel mentioned the fish, can I see everyone's best fish face?
Oh gosh. Oh. I love that.
can't get my stand up.
Oh God.
Thanks. I was actually taking a picture of you guys doing that. Evelyn,
So,
we're going at
what
it.
do you guys think?
Pufferfish.
What do you guys think?
Pufferfish.
Well, hey everybody, we are almost out of time. I'm going to end our recording, and we can stay on for a couple more minutes if there are any last comments to be made. But otherwise, I want to really thank you, Rachel and Philip, for all of
Thank
you.
you, Rachel and Philip.
Well,
And
I want to thank you guys for letting us share it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
They was telling me how
You guys like
expensive
it?
it is.
Do you guys like it?
How expensive the food and stuff. They were talking about a dozen eggs is about $8 to $10.
Well, that's true. And because we had our own car, I mean, you know, we rented a car.
Right.
We went into the stores and bought, but we didn't eat out every day. You know, we made sandwiches. You know, we had a special dinner, but a special dinner could easily be a regular dinner, $150.
It has
And
it has a restaurant.
They do have restaurants.
It has a restaurant. Thank you,
have
Philip.
to be ready to drop a lot of money on food. Everything else, by the way, you know, you can go hiking anywhere for free. And if you don't take the tours, you're fine, right? The tours are very expensive.
But if you want a slice of cheesecake, you better be prepared to pay
$20.
$23. That's right.
Yes.
Wow.
But do you know one of the
Wow.
reasons? Do you know one of the reasons why it's so expensive?
Why?
Because everyone there gets a living wage. So that means that the waiters and the waitresses get paid $15 an hour, plus they get health insurance. It's amazing. I mean, we talked to some waiters at different times and we said, you know, we don't want to insult you by giving you a tip. And one guy looked at us and say, insulting? I know, never. So we gave a small tip, but it's all built in. So everybody, even the person that works at the gas station, he gets a full living wage. So things are, how do you say subsidized? The government there makes sure that everyone has health insurance and appropriate health.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
So what you say, it doesn't matter what type of job that they have.
Yeah.
You know, will
Yeah,
help.
it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You know, like here in the States.
Yeah.
Right.
She's got hair.
Hold on. And the majority of women there are single mothers.
Wow.
Like that choose to have a child and raise a child as a single mom.
Okay.
Which is pretty interesting.
I'm a child.
Adrian, what's your question or comment?
So I have been kind of interested in fishing lately. So I was wondering whether you knew like how good of a fishing spot Iceland was. And that kind of thing.
The fishing in Iceland is outstanding.
Oh,
That's one of the reasons why there's fish on every single one of their coins, because fish is such an important part of their economy, and the money that comes in because they send out their fish all over the world.
Wow.
So that's a big income for them. Yes.
Elaine, what you got?
So tell us what type of fish that you ate while you were there.
Well, let's see. I think the most famous is there's a fermented shark.
Whoa.
That they have. And
I like sharks.
Wait. 3 pieces of that shark this big cost $45.
Oh my goodness.
And it's the most disgusting thing you ever heard of in your life. It smells like ammonia. It's fermented for over a year. But they had a lot of cod, like fish and chips. That was a big one there. They had a lot of cod, but it was just so delicious. Everything there, was absolutely outstanding. And the restaurant experiences were different because they expected you to have an experience. Because it's so expensive, they didn't like rush you in, take your order, go out. And, you know, so
Yeah.
the foods were different. You know, in our hotel, we had herring for breakfast.
I like herring.
I love herring, but most people don't. And, you know, just a lot of different unique Scandinavian type foods in the morning.
Very cool.
You have fish
And
for
guess what?
breakfast?
We ate herring
Yeah,
for Passover.
yeah.
We ate herrings for Passover.
For Passover, we always eat herring. That's true.
Well, everyone, we can
Hey,
continue
Miss
this
Michelle.
discussion, but I'm going to end the recording. And thank you, everyone, for
Hey,
coming.
Miss Michelle.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rachel
Michelle.
and Philip.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
everyone.
you.